Hi guys. So let's talk about this refreshing game. Very depressing game. Very cute. Very good. Sorry, I'm currently in the mood. Just did the full video. Oh yeah. I remember what that is. No. Sorry, I normally look at my mobile stuff. And a lot more of a pain in the phone. That was fun for a while. Hey. Alrighty for that. So that all sorted. So thanks up. I'm just gonna quickly look through this. And see what's up. Yeah, this is the very heavily modified game that my friend Connor was doing. Apparently we have lost 4 characters. All of them are D&D characters. I recognize all of these. That's a cool skin for a priest. Okay, so these skins are definitely feel more into the action when we're doing our run. Oh yeah, that is cool shit. There's some really cool skins we have installed here. I got these head. Oh. Oh, look at okay. Angus is closed. Which is funny. Why is your flight 6? Oh, right. We have an antiquary of the collector, who looks like the doll. Okay. These are cool. Characters per level. Although, very few of them are light. In fact, one is one of my unique characters. The rest are all Connors, Connor, Morgans, Matts. Yeah. I should probably. Oh, hold on. Hi. I'm gonna sort that. Sorry for let's that sorted. As there is normally that black mark down at the bottom. Yes. Hi. This is Darkest Dungeon. This game's good, guys, if you can't tell. Speaking of fun games, I still turn the audio up higher until it gets very quiet. I'm going to turn it down on my headphones. Maybe it's very loud in my headphones, but not very loud on the screen. This is not the playthrough we will be doing. We start a new playthrough, just start on screen. I see why. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So I'm going to quickly do this while I set up a new game. Purely because the mod list. Because Connor and I went through a bunch of them. He wanted to download a bunch that I wasn't too sure if I wanted or not. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Right, okay. Admit though, that was worth it. So what had happened was, my mum's playing, well, I'm selecting this game. Yeah, we're taking that. Sorry, I was just going to all these. We have a lot of skins now. Why? I don't know why we have so many skins now. I don't even know what that does. It's just a lot. This is cadence provided. Okay, so we've accidentally started the game of Darkest, but that's fine. include our live stream, which is lovely. Thank you. So yeah, this game is very depressing. It's very cool. It hits you in the teeth multiple times. Like try and play XCOM, only way fucking harder. I said that to my dad, and he went, "Oh, so it's XCOM 2," which is bad. So I may need to move down here at some point, but in fact, it might be easier if I go up here. And then I'm just going to quickly hit and move some stuff, just so it won't be in the way. Fine. Good. Alright, sweet. So I enjoy this game. I've done this tutorial on it. But yeah, you start off with Reynold, which is just always the hardest to start off with. I'm sorry, picking up my mic is really loud. Which makes me worry. Hold on, I'm quickly gonna go. Listen for a second. Oh, that's bad. Hello? Right, hello? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Right, hello? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Okay, so you can hear me now, but I'm just very fucking quiet. And what if we put this one on? Okay, so you can hear me now, but I'm just very fucking quiet. And what if we put this one on? Okay, I'm a lot louder on that one, so that's good. Okay, I'm a lot louder on that one, so that's good. God, it's weird hearing myself on stream. But then I think I'm gonna need to turn this down a wee bit, just in case, because it did seem to be quite high. God, I'm glad I managed to fix that, because anyone who would have just joined would have just got their ears absolutely blasted. And I'm sorry. Okay. And then I also want to see what skins we have for Dismas. Oh, I love that. But I think we're going to go with that one for now. Chapter 10, get some loot.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood. Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places. Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
Bonk. It's good to get free turning. And he bleeds too, which is nice. So once we do the sort of first few missions, we'll unlock everything, and then I can sort of go into what everything is. Just better to make sure everything is okay. Or I could wait till more people are here, I don't know. Depends, really. So obviously it looks like there's more space for the amount of people we have.
Annihilated.
Ooh, nice. So he's just going faster next turn, which, you know, makes sense. So I'm gonna go first anyway.
victory.
Perfect.
Perhaps a turning point.
And we get a whole bunch of loot. Move skill, chance, move resist, debuff resist. Okay. Not the greatest, but okay. Right. So that gives us just a base chunk of money to go off of. Oh, perfect. Good. Early Rise is a decent one, especially for a character like him.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them. Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses, all will find their way to us now that the road is clear. Trinkets and charms, gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
Yes, I am aware.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth,
still
awaiting
going.
merciful oblivion.
Once he stops, we'll start
A
talking.
mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
So this is one screen you'll be seeing a lot playing Darkest Dungeon. This is the map select screen. So there are a few different places you can go to. Not unlocked straight off the bat, as you can see. We currently have the part of the ruins and the Darkest Dungeon itself with the mission We Are the Flame. Which, yeah, you don't want to do that. No. Like, even everyone in your party will go, no, don't send me there. As they will die very quickly. They will probably get one shot by the first thing that they come across. Ooh, you have Warrior of Light as well. You got a lot of good stuff this time around. He's still a kleptomaniac. I think they always come with kleptomaniac. It's a massive pain in the arse. So yes, the first two you always get are always Reynold and Dismas. There's actually an achievement for getting Reynold and Dismas all the way to the end of the game, because you will go through a lot of people in this game. But the next two will always be a Plague Doctor and a Vestal, but they are completely random. So I've had Vestals that come with Divine Comfort instead of Illumination, which is what I would prefer. Illumination, not really that useful at the moment because no enemies go use stealth at this moment in time. And then we have our Plague Doctor. She's come with all of the moves that I like. I enjoy these moves a lot because it means they don't need to be at the front. So yeah, we'll go in. You'll be able to see generally how everything works.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood. Take one key, 2 shovels. 2 shovels would be good. Yeah. Give me a sec as well. I do also have an image that I'm particularly fond of what I'm using. It's actually a list of all of the items that you can use throughout particular areas. They're called curios. Is the name of the particular object. And it's just such a good list to have. No, we'll take some extra holy water, if anything, and I think we're good. So the way that this game works is you take your adventurers out into different parts of the nearby area outside of the hamlet that you're here to investigate what happened to your ancestor. The whole Eldritch Horror thing kind of gives that all away, what's happening there. Do I have a... Yeah, we could just go with that for the purple. There we go. Blue team. So yeah, you are on your way to find out what happened to your ancestors, and you end up going to a hamlet where the home is, and you increasingly find out that shit went really fucking bad around here. And the game begins, really. So... Hello, we're live. Right, so let's have a wee look. Don't need to heal at the moment, so she can actually be a bit aggressive, which normally I don't need to worry about till later. But that first fight done perfectly.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
They can be broken. I'm sorry about that. Hey, nice, good. So you'll collect gold and artifacts, or heirlooms, sorry, which will allow you to upgrade your characters and also the
even the cold
hamlet itself. You'll need them to obviously upgrade the different buildings to give like bonuses to all of your characters. It's a good system, honestly. This game works really well. It's really nice and tight.
I really like it. I found it funny that you can get devious desire.
Oh, that's a surprisingly common one.
I love it. Well, I mean, it's surprisingly common how many people in real life have.
You're right, you're right.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Hey, nice. Be gone, thought. So you'll notice over people their health and their these sort of white boxes, and that's people's stress levels. Stress sucks. Stress is the real health bar of this game, honestly. It is awful. So the way that it works is you actually have 200 stress. So the white outlines are for 100 stress, and when you go over a certain point, it then goes into your second half. So if you have, if you're being stressed and you get over 100 stress, your character has a percent chance to get an affliction, or a I forgot what they call the other.
Disease?
Hmm?
Is it a disease?
No, for stress, it's either a affliction or it essentially is a bad or a good thing that you can have, and that affects almost all of their stats. Normally you see afflictions, which is really annoying, because normally you get the really bad stuff. And things like paranoia, I think insanity is one. It's bad. It's really fucking bad. Bad news bears. Because essentially they'll start stressing all of your other party members out. They might have less health. They might have, they'll be less accurate. They might dodge less. They might, like, it really bad stuff a lot of the time. And you can either get rid of it by sending them to the sanitarium, back in town once it's unlocked, or you can, if you manage to get their stress back down to 0, not past the 100 point, past 0, and if it reaches 200, if they get too stressed, they will have a heart attack and die right there and then, and it is bad. I'm actually gonna... Right enough. So they're gonna take 2 damage. If I do that, they'll take 7 damage. and they'll survive with 1 hit point. That's annoying. If I do a Zealous Accusation, boom, they're dead. So the big enemies I needed to watch out there for were the 2 cultists, one's down, and the other one's still there. So there's lots of different enemy types in this game. I'm nowhere near a master at this game. I don't know everything like I do with some other games. But I know a fair amount. I'm not very good at builds or like actually playing the game. But I know a decent amount about the game that I can fumble my way through most of it. I've never even came close to winning a game, I'll be honest.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
We'll use a Divine Grace to heal these must there.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
So, all of our items there. Oh.
I just finished.
Hmm? You don't have to. Sorry, that was Jess sitting right next to me. I've got to say, my favorite aspect of the game, because it is a good question. My favorite aspect of the game is probably, I don't know. I really enjoy the amount of characters that are in the game. The amount of different classes are really interesting. Our Plague Doctor's getting really stressed.
Hey, you just fucking stepped on a trap.
They've been really
fucking stressed too.
Days. Reynold, you dick. Reynold, you dick. That was a lot of food. Thankfully, you don't need food when you're in the hamlet. Everyone has food. So you have a steady supply of food and like you can survive at the hamlet. Which is good. You don't need to worry about that. Thank fuck. Right, okay, fair enough. Let's do this.
Star is born.
Do you think this will be a fight or not?
No.
I think. Yep. Whoops. So I dislike those particular enemies the most so far. From like the early ruins area, those enemies are the worst. They are stress-inducing little bastards, and I mean that very literally. They are such a pain in the ass. Arbalists aren't much better, I'll be honest. I'll stun him this turn. Yeah, it was his turn next anyway, so that's good. And then that'll give me an opportunity to hack into him. Try Great Shot Blast, which hits the first 3 enemies in a row, which is good. It's very good for clearing up weak enemies early on, which is good. If we do that to them, because generally with the protected enemies, you want to, if you can, use the damage over time effects. So bleed and blight. Sorry, I forgot what it was called. It was like poison. No, it's blight. Blight is better, straight up, than bleed, in my opinion. So blight deals more, in total, whilst bleed, the more people who hit with bleed, the more damage it'll do. It's just, You might as well just go for blight, which is why I like Plague Doctors a lot. But still, hey there, quick draw. That's good. Quick draw is they act faster on the very first round of battle.
Banners fly, and the corpse wagons stand at the ready. The circus has come to town.
So I can't do that. I don't have the DLC for that. So.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary.
So you have severe fear of enclosed spaces. Okay. Have some extra damage in the warrens.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Well, you need to de-stress anyway, so you can go gamble.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
So yeah, well, what's kind of interesting about, obviously, stress, it doesn't go down, like, you can't heal it as easily as you can health, which is why you don't need to worry about health. When when they're here, they get all the medical attention they need, they don't need to care about it. But when they're out and about, obviously, you do need to worry about it, and stress is just something that constantly builds. So, for example, our Plague Doctor here, I may rename them to something a bit easier, but their stress is quite high, so I don't want to take them out, because they could get an affliction, they could get a... I'm still trying to think of the name.
It'll pop up. It's a quirk, right?
No, not quirks. The afflictions are when their stress gets to 100, and it's either good or bad. I know some people can sometimes get them. Oh, that Crusader has deviant tastes. Okay.
Virtue.
Virtues, that's it. Fuck. Why was that so difficult? So yeah, you can send people who you don't use, or people you have used a lot, to go de-stress, which is good.
Great heroes can be found even
Just so we
here,
can get some more people if
in
we
the
ever
mud
need it.
and rain.
So now we got a lot more selections for where we want to go in the ruins, or what we want to do in the ruins, rather. And all of these will have different rewards. And a lot of these are actually coming up with accessories. That's good. That's one thing that we do really want, is accessories for all of our characters. I might actually do this for when we do get an occultist. Occultists are actually probably my favorite healer in the game. Their heal is very random. They can normally heal, I know, for example, in one of my other runs, they can heal from 0 to 17 hit points, but they have a chance of causing your target to bleed as well. So you heal someone, and you might do a massive amount of health, but then they start bleeding, so then you need to deal with that. You can use either bandages, which you can bring in provisions or find when you're out, or use particular skills, such as actually the Plague Doctor has a particular skill, Battlefield Medicine, which cures blight and bleed. So that'd be very good. So if you got 2 of them, you can have your Plague Doctor debuffing the enemies and inflicting your plague damage, your blight damage, and your occultist healing, while obviously they can cure the bleed if it ever does affect someone. So even if you heal them for 0, you might still bleed them, which is bad. But let's carry on here. So everyone's doing pretty well, all things considered. I'd really rather you didn't have Holy Lance. I wish you had Zealous Accusation or something. But they actually have a lot of heals. A lot of your moves is either in 2nd or 3rd. You want to be in... I'll pop you in the back. You go back there, and we'll take the new Crusader out. And that's apparently a not a unique team, but it's a type of build team, I guess, called Old Faithful. I don't actually know it, so I've never had Old Faithful before. The one that we had before was called Red Hook, for example. So yeah, let's do that. That's specifically only for an occultist, and it increases their dodge, but makes them act slower in combat, which is a bit of a pain, but you should be sort of going last anyway for healers sometimes. So we won't need too many resources this time. And I should mention as well that we do have mods on. We've got some mods that allow us to stack as much as we want. Instead of having like 2 spaces for food, if I'm bringing more than 12 bits of food, I can actually have them all in one inventory slot. I'm not going for infinite inventory slots because that is a bit more cheaty. But I can only have so many different types of items rather than obviously limiting it that way. Right, what else should we bring? I don't know if we really should bring much else. I'll bring some medicinal herbs. Yeah, let's go. How was that?
It's good.
I don't like how quiet the loading screens are. That's the only thing.
Must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So let's go down first. It's faster. So I'm actually going to leave that till later. It's an altar of light. You can use holy water on it and you'll get a buff. Get a buff. I'm going to go back and do that actually, or get it on the way back. Because I just realized that the buff that it gives you, I believe, is 30% damage until you camp. And we're not camping this time, so... Yay? My guy. Oh yeah, what's nice about that particular move is it de-stresses people, which is nice. It's not like a massive stress or anything, but it de-stress, but it is good.
So I'm just looking into keto foods.
Alright.
Because I'm gonna try to transition into that. Lately, I know your mom says it gets rather boring, which is why I'm like, let me try.
As the fiend falls,
I can do this.
a faint hope
There's a
blossoms.
noodle I found that is used in Japanese hot pots and stuff that's made from a yam.
Alright. Sounds interesting. Oh. Hey.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Give me a second. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ah, okay, so... Oh, fuck you. Okay. You big dumb idiot.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, I can leave that until later too then. So what that is a goddess statue, I think it's just called, or a holy statue, rather than the other one which is called a light statue. And that one, if you use holy water on it, will actually... Oh, you dick. Perfect. I just don't want him to act. I know he was stunned. No, he wasn't stunned. Rend from the Gods. That's a bleed ability. Sadly, I can't deal with that, but it's not a massive thing. No, let's shoot her. Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Maintain the offensive.
What's nice about crits in this game, if you do get them, it de-stresses your characters, and it also gives your characters a buff as well, which is interesting. So for example, just critting with Dismas has actually given him speed up for the next round, so he'll act faster, which is good. I mean, he's already a really fast character, but still.
At least promises success.
Perfect. So I'm actually not going to use that yet until we come back. Damn it. Oh, that was stressful. God damn it.
Cruel machinations spring to life with a singular purpose.
So yeah, I think we need to focus a bit on healing Reynold at this point. Although, we're heading back, so we can actually just... Oh, the trap's back. I believe it's... Yeah, I was about to say. Traps are another bit of, obviously, exploring around. Obviously, we didn't see it before, so it did hit us. But normally, what you can do is you can do what we did there, so... Perfect. Defined benefit. Big heal. Apparently that heal actually does, later on, can do up to 24 points of health, which is very good. That can bring someone back from the brink of death. Oh, wow. That's really cool, actually. So I think we're going to go with... who would be considered the most accurate? Why is your damage so... Oh, right, Quark. I think we're going to do it on Dismas. So carry the favor from the gods, 30% damage until camp. So 30% damage till the end of the mission. It's a short mission, so we don't get any wood for going around. Volumes are dull and uninteresting. Oh well. Hunger again. I don't know how. We literally just had food.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Also, the Ancestor is fantastic. I love his dialogue. His voice lines are fantastic. I don't like how stressed he's getting. That was an 80% chance. Everyone is just laying into him. I don't like it. Dazzling light. I sadly can't target them. If you crit heal someone, you also de-stress them. So it was worth trying. 7 to 4. Yeah. 7 to 14. Sorry. I'm actually gonna do that.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
So we're going to do that. That actually doesn't take up his turn, which is fantastic. I'm honestly so happy it doesn't. But we're going to start having him spam Inspiring Cry on himself, just so he doesn't get too stressed out. Although it's not going to help if he just keeps on having it piled onto him, though. Stun her. What I really want is him to damage them. Preferably would have preferred a crit, but I'm not gonna say anything. We'll bonk him. Not for a massive amount of damage, but just for a wee bit of breathing room. There we go. Eldritch pulls a nasty move. They rarely use it though, which is or why I wasn't worried about it that much. Eldritch Pull does a small amount of damage, but it pulls the character that it hits two places forward, which can completely bugger up what moves they were going to use and obviously the targeting. Because every move has specific places it can attack. You can't obviously hit every space with every move. So for example, I can't stab the people in the back row. Well, most people can't stab the people in the back row, I should mention. Yeah, I was about to say, we'll do that. See if we can get that guy down. That was a push, so that throws him back. That actually doesn't... actually does help a little. I wasn't expecting to ever be able to use Holy Lance right now, but okay. Yeah, they've all had their turns now, so it's just Reynold, who's just there, not doing much. You are just really trying to mess around with our fucking things, aren't you? Oh, we could stab him. He's dead. Hey, nice. Perfect. Ooh, nice crit. Important thing to note: if you do crit someone and they die, they actually don't leave a body, which is odd. Medicinal herbs kill debuffs. Okay. Sadly, I can't help with that. Alright, so we've got 2 curios and then a battle before the next room. I had a feeling. That would have been really fucking useful. God damn it. Stashed heirlooms.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Right, perfect. Alright, let's have a wee look. So, let's shoot her. Really? She's almost dead now? We'll get you to do that. You heal him. Because he really needs it. And Reynold, you can start working on... We'll stun one of them, so we don't take as much damage. I had a feeling. Although, he resisted the stun anyway. Right, okay, so... shoot her again. Perfect, that's her out of the picture. He actually needs to heal a bit more. Bugger. And we're going to carry on having you doing Inspiring Cry on yourself. I wish there was like a way you could speed up the combat just like a little bit, but it's not too bad. And besides, even if I did end up doing that, I would regret it later on when I need some breathing room. Wait, fuck, hold on, what's happening? Perfect. I should have stabbed him. And that's a very worrying sentence. More rent for the old gods. You do your Inspiring Cry. Because these guys are quite slow, thankfully.
Annihilated.
Perfect.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Okay, so we got 90 light, so that's fine. So, light. Obviously, this is a very iconic image of the entire game. So this is the light bar. It's got different notches for how close it is to running out. So you don't actually need the light, but if you're just starting out, I would highly recommend it. So as you can see there, by having so much light, we have increased dodge chance. What? Oh. I mean, we have some health.
A little thing. A bite of bread.
Damn it. I tried. And now he has Shocker, so he gets even less stun resistance. Bugger.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So yeah, at the moment, monsters are very surprised. So we have a high chance of monsters being surprised, so they don't act until the very end, after all of our characters have performed their moves. Increased chance of dodge, increased chance of scouting. So yeah, for example, for Malili here, they only have 5 dodge, but it's currently at 12. By having that much light, it's currently giving a big bonus. Whilst when it's out, the monsters gain huge bonuses, but you gain bonuses to loot. So you actually get extra loot at the end. Right, so the fact that we couldn't eat there put us in a very tricky situation. Normally, we wouldn't need as much food, which is why I didn't bring tons with us earlier. But obviously it's sort of bit us in the back here, in the backside here. Although if we play it smart, we'll be able to get through it. So we could do a stun on him just so he doesn't get his turn. So after stunning an opponent, they do gain a buff. You might have noticed that. That buff is actually them gaining a large resistance to being stunned. So that way, you can't just stun lock enemies. You can't cheese it like that. As much as I wish you could, you can't. Perfect, so we got that. He's going to use Rallying Cry.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Ooh, that was a nasty fucking crit. Okay, you're actually going to use Battle Heal on him. I mean, if it goes down to Death Door, it wouldn't... It's not the end of the world, but still. You can stun like enemies, you just need the right trinkets. That's true, but you can also make skeletons bleed with the right trinkets. So... You know, you could do silly things with trinkets.
Obliterated.
Yes! That's what we needed. Also, hey Sean, how you doing?
Hi, Sean.
Bugger, so you're both at 5 health. Good, got food. Jealous. I don't know why I'm hungry. I shouldn't be hungry, but I am.
Everyone should be hungry. It should be me.
Yeah. What about you lot? Well, I'm doing really well. Jess is doing really well. Are you hungry? Jess had a lot less to eat today, but she's not hungry, which is good. We'll give him Malele or whatever his fucking name was a heal. Now I could just smack him and sort of get that over with, but I feel like I should heal just to get a little bit of extra in.
What are you having for dinner, Sean?
Yeah, what did you have for food? Why did you get food this late?
Why not?
It's midnight.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, a lot of gold.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They
Can be beaten. Pasta bolognese. Nice.
Now pizza. What?
Now pizza. What, you had like 2? What about second dinner?
Oh, did you get it from Domino's?
Do they do pasta? Domino's?
US? They do. I don't know if they do it here.
They do pasta at Domino's in the US.
Yeah.
Trinkets and balls.
Huh.
They do it in bread rolls.
for
They do
in
it all
blood.
sorts of fancy.
That's pretty cool, actually.
They have good pasta.
Your brother gave you a had a small football party and gave me the leftovers. Nice.
Hell yeah.
What was the noise you just made?
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. Just hit. Which included half a Terry's chocolate orange cake and half a pizza. Hey, I wouldn't complain. That sounds pretty good to me.
Let me see. Let's see this Domino's.
Let me see this Domino's menu.
Beef Dom. Limited edition.
Donner. I like the way you say that.
How would you say it?
Donner.
Donner.
Say it a bit faster. This has really been like by the skin of my nuts almost this entire time. I don't like it. I don't like how this other Crusader is just getting bullied by every enemy. Yeah, he just stuns this time. Ooh. Yeah. Give him a heal.
Oh,
As
damn.
victories mount,
Oh,
so
damn.
too will resistance.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Yeah, we'll just pop in here. This will be the last fight we need to do anyway. Shouldn't be that bad. Glad they got surprised. And I'm very surprised you were going first. Okay.
Oh, damn, they don't.
So you're lying to me, is that what you're saying?
In the UK, they don't.
No, don't in the UK. I know that.
It's sad.
We'll stun him, because fuck him.
They do it in normal bowls, they do it in bread bowls.
You're a bread bowl.
Bread bowl here in a minute.
You're a spag bowl.
Say that to my face.
You're a spag bowl.
Discover the world of Domino.
There's a world. Would you go to Domino's World if it was a thing?
Domino's is actually not that bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Papa
Overpriced,
John's
but
is
pretty good.
Disgusting.
Yeah! Holy shit!
Adversity can foster hope and
Yes!
resilience.
Yes! Virtuous!
Papa John's is disgusting.
That is the first time I've had a virtuous character in so fucking long. Oh my god. He's now got plus 25% to all resistances and increased speed.
Oh, you can also make your own pasta. Make what kind of meat and sauce go into it. And veggies. It's the bomb. I enjoyed it immensely.
Damn it. I mean, it does sound really good, I'm not gonna lie.
Also,
Bitch.
in the US, they have a sweet habanero sauce. A mango habanero sauce.
Yeah, Axe Blade, both so.
With their
Ooh.
cheeky bites. With their cheeky bites.
Can you just not fucking shoot straight or something? You're doing a worse job than a skeleton right now, my dude. Really? You gonna do that to him?
Who's that good person in the front? What is it?
Who, them?
Yeah.
They're a highwayman. That's Dismas.
These ones gotta be dead.
Decimated.
Yeah. Virtuous Chad.
What?
Oh, I they can't do anything, so they're just gonna swap place. Which means, he can Holy Lance again next turn.
Reeling. About
Ow.
to break.
Is really about to break. Into
Days
song and dance.
Really about to break.
Breakdown as in break dance. And that's
Fast. I'm sorry, I'm just ignoring you. You're making very silly comment. You're being awfully silly.
And
Nothing to do with these corpses. And of course, you didn't even do enough damage to fucking kill a corpse. Plague Doctor Crusader Hellion is the most OP comp for ruins runs. To be honest, that sounds amazing, and I'm jealous.
don't know. The wall seemed pretty good.
The wall was pretty good. Four Crusaders also works fine. Yeah, it's interesting that Four Crusaders works fine. I don't know. I always find that such a silly build.
Because they can heal. They can do everything.
They could do some heal. Also, yay, we're done. Thank fuck. Holy shit, that went bad.
Push on
That
to the
went-
task's end.
Pretty shitty near the end.
My room,
Fucked it.
all my whole.
But you
We reclaim what is ours.
Nice. Yikes. That's really sad, actually. Off guard. Yeah, that was actually
In
the
time,
second,
you will
third
know
run.
The tragic extent of
Uh,
my
it-
failings.
I've essentially just started the game.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose.
A zealous warrior.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Our soldiers must be
The
ready.
bellows blast once again. The forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'm just what you doing?
Right, okay, so let's get armor smithing
Fan
and...
the flames,
Shit.
mold the metal. We are raising an army.
Yep, no, we can do that. And then do that. Perfect, I can make it
In
those
the
two.
end, every plan
Did you
relies
just
upon
ask
a
me to do
strong arm
squats?
and tempered steel.
Not yet. You worry me.
Now wait till I'm at 25k. Well, 2,500.
Wouldn't that just let you choose the game?
Or no.
What?
I want you to do push-ups at 25.
Right, okay. Okay. Right, she did quite well. I actually quite enjoyed having her there, so we're actually gonna go with... I'm gonna keep it like that. It did no well.
I chose the name.
No, this is a new run, so this is the Darkest Estate. But otherwise, I just want to show that Jess made a campaign earlier that is Holiday
You made
Lands.
it and you asked me what the name should be, and the first thing that came to fucking mind was Holiday Land.
Also, for you, Sean, so this is actually a run that Connor did about 2 years ago, and the save file's still
All my
here.
life I could feel an insistent gnawing in the back of my mind.
Technically, is
A
did you
yearning, a thirst for
Yeah,
discovery
that's
that could be
Holiday
neither.
just to show you, I'm sorry, but the boulder died. The boulder had been
boulder.
killed. And I liked his mustache.
The border does not like your Winnie retort.
He was also sadly the first person to die by bleeding out.
Oh.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Emily, you know, Matt's character, Emily, she had a heart attack and died. And also, Tony's, Tony bled out as well.
Oof. Oh.
I just realized that was actually the Boulder's first mission. He didn't have any XP.
Pussy.
She didn't go out like a pussy bitch. But yeah, all of the playable characters on this one is actually D&D characters.
Mm. I like how Lufia's a hellion.
Hell yeah. Oh god, Dravid. I feel like just throwing him into the darkest dungeon, but it is not my choice.
Professor Angles?
Yes, Professor Ankles was a monkey man, and he has clones. He drank potions and spat up clones, and now there's 8 clones of him running around, and we don't know which one's the real one. Because they're all...
Tattoo the real one?
No, they're all technically the real one. Yeah, Angles is fucking ridiculous. He was a alchemist, or artificer? Something. And he threw bombs around. So he had, like, these concoctions, like potions, that he threw and bounced off
If I was
walls.
the one that threw all of them up, I would have tattooed on myself to make sure that I was the real one.
He doesn't care. He's batshit crazy. He might think he's one of the clones.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah, it's the antiquarian. And what's fun about the antiquarians is they're terrible in combat, but when you use them, you actually get more gold. Oh yeah, and Zazzie's an abomination. Thought you might appreciate that as well. Abominations are weird, man.
You're weird. No, you're not. You're...
Also, all of the different people around here. Hold on, where's...
Oh.
No, I'm actually looking at the caretaker. Because we are so far through this build that sometimes you can actually see him, the caretaker, changing. Because over time, the caretaker becomes an eldritch being, which is kind of terrifying. We're going back there. Also, I don't know if you heard, but that entire time that screen was up, Jess was going, titties, 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 getting closer and closer to the mic.
In the sunken faces of passers-by.
Right.
Of hope.
This is going to be silly, but I kind of do want to try.
Oh, yeah.
The Last Crusade. Deus Vult, infidel.
Gosh. I like how it's called The Last.
Does anyone else have Holy Lance? Those two have Holy Lance. Okay. So the only thing that he's going to be able to do is Holy Lance over and over again. Whilst you can stay in the front. You've got to heal. You've got to heal. You two have stuns.
Oh no.
He's a crusader. How the fuck is he faithless? What? How can you be a crusader with... What?
You have two crusaders that are faithless.
No. He's God-fearing. So he will only pray for stress relief. He will not gamble, he will not drink, he will not flagellate himself, he will not do anything other than pray to relieve his stress.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he also will not go to the brothel, believe it or not. Alright, so we're gonna go here, and let's get you some better gear.
Oh no, do you have that fucking kleptomaniac on your team?
Yes, I do.
A fucking klepto.
Right, so let's give them some skins.
Ooh, wait, go back.
I can't. I need to go through the entire list again. What do we want to make Reynold? You were thinking that, weren't you?
One more. Yeah.
The Farum Knight? Yeah, sure. We're gonna have Gordon as
Yeah.
Ludwig. Palmera can be this guy. And you can be...
Keep going. Go.
I like that one. Right, so where are we going to go? We're going to go into the ruins again. Let's see what's here. Sneak on. I mean, we could. I could. Yeah, none of my accessories are particularly useful, I'll be honest. Plague Doctor. I mean, that's a pretty decent Plague Doctor item if it didn't cost all of my gold. Because having 140% chance. No, I'm gonna get that. Fuck it. Fuck it. And then let's get some snake oil, I guess. After last time, I'm gonna stock up a little bit more. Oh, right. Crusaders come with 1 vial of holy water, so I now have 4 vials of holy water. No, we'll put that back. Yeah? Yeah, let's go.
Have fun.
The undead do not bleed. Bullshit. I've seen it happen.
They bleed bone marrow.
That's the only thing I can think of anyway.
I mean, that's where your blood is made.
The fiends must be driven back. And what
Oh, I shouldn't have opened the bin.
in
Jesus.
the seat of our noble line.
Baby stink.
Alright, don't need to go that way. Although I will just to see what the curio is. Not worth. I will go back.
What's the purple one?
Traps.
That's dumb.
Nope, don't have the thing for that. Don't have the thing for that, and I'm not gonna bother. Battle.
Oh, look, they're so surprised.
You were the one dude I didn't want to go first. But fuck it, let's go.
Reynold.
Executed with impunity. Be gone, fiend.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Crusader only. Less damage. Actually, let's go to default party order. You're the... I am designating you the Healy boy. Yeah, you are the Healy boy. You will have that item. So he does less damage, but heals more.
Healy boy.
Healy Crusader.
Healy wheely. Okay, we need to name all of the Crusaders.
Well, one's being capped as Reynold.
Yes, because Reynold's a klepto and he will.
You're really caught up on him being a kleptomaniac.
I love it. I love that. Because he's a goddamn Crusader and he's just like fucking.
Give me
not
that.
an anti-Crusader. He's
Oh.
a good as gold guy that just wants to take everything.
Their formation is
himself.
broken. Maintain the offensive.
Stab.
Oh. Bugger.
Healy boy.
Healy Boy is no longer in the back. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. I should have brought some... bandages. So obviously I could help with that, but I can't,
Continue
so...
the onslaught. Destroy them
Yeah.
all.
And we're gonna Bulwark of Faith.
The light gains
Because
purchase.
I actually want to use some of the healing abilities.
Purpose is made clear. Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
You can also do that again. Just want to heal. Why did he go last? Gosh darn it. I'm gonna heal him because he's gonna... Nice. He's gonna bleed, so he's gonna start taking damage anyway. No,
Unnerved, unbalanced.
you dickhead. No, he's not.
Press the
Fuck it.
start.
Kill him.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, so what I thought was going to happen was the two Crusaders with Holy Lance would go back and forth, Holy Lancing past each other, and that is not how it's worked out whatsoever. Stack of books, lasting effect. You are now a Ruins Tactician. Nice. So you do just extra damage, which is pretty spicy.
Geralt. He's my favorite.
She's the only one you know. Right.
Back to the
Nice. Fuck him.
Let's choose other names for other.
Yeah, if you guys have names for the rest of these Crusaders, we've got 3 Crusaders that need named.
Yeah, the
confidence
one of the front's
surges as the
Reynold,
enemy
the other
crumbles.
3, I'll just know. I love Reynold, he's my favorite. 'Cause I got to choose his outfit.
Now, are you an NPC? Because your dialogue lines seem to be repeating. You just said the exact same thing. Also, are you stretching out my hoodie?
As the
No.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
you don't really say. Which I know is not true.
My army!
I know it's your arms. Skull face, face skull, and skull skull.
No.
Yes. I kind of love all of that.
Mr. Skull Scully.
Skull Skullington.
Scully Skullington.
Scully Skulkin.
I'm gonna miss Scully Skullington. I like that. Scully Skulkin. I think that one would be the last one. That one's the Scully Skulkin.
I don't think that's gonna fit. Zoom.
Or just call him Macaulay Culkin and get it over with.
Just Home Alone. They'll know what I mean. Also sounds weird. Crusader called
Just
Home
call
Alone.
him
Gnome. Just gnome.
Victory.
Right, so let's put this in order. So we've got Malele here, who is going to be called... Hello? He's going to be called Skullface.
Well,
And we've got Gordon, who is now going to be known as...
can it be Freeman Gordon?
Now, Panerma, you will be Skull.
I don't know, his name was Panera. You should have just put bread at the end of it because that's an actual restaurant.
There we go.
Bread. I like how it's just like, there's Reynolds. Skull.
Ah, Skullface, face skull, and skull, and Reynold.
Reynolds, the best.
What, you don't want to touch that sack, my dude?
A handsome reward for a task well
And some
performed.
reward for touching sack. Oh no, the party comp gets fucked around with anyway. I don't like being surprised.
Boo!
Right. I'm gonna keep you on your job of healing, Skullface. Also, our healer is called Skullface.
Healington. Skullface Healington is his name.
Yeah, you go, Skull. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm honestly considering just
Wounds of war
making
can
Face Skull the healer.
never hidden.
Because he always ends up in the back, and then he can't do anything apart from heal, so I might as well just get him the healer, you know? I don't want him like fucking around just trying to move instead of healing or doing damage, so I might as well just get him to do that. I was hoping you'd do more damage than that, but okay.
Come on.
Oh, now Reynold can't do anything, so. Whoops.
Okay, face skull. Yeah, face skull.
I love these names, Sean.
Go skull skull.
These names are stupid, and I love them.
You got it, skull skull.
I think if...
Oh, go Reynold. What?
Nothing.
Oh, damn it, Skullface.
Annihilated.
No. You want me to go in the other room? Yeah,
No. It's your choice.
I'm being dumb.
I won't deny that.
I can't help it.
This expedition at least promises success.
Alright, well, let's do that.
My
So,
natural.
face skull, I'm sorry, you're going there. And then we're going to take that off, put that on you. So those two could just constantly Holy Lance between each other, if it works like that. If not, they can smite, whilst the other one then Holy Lances forward. So, right.
Hell yeah. Oh,
No, no, not an empty sack. I didn't even need to come this way. God fucking damn it.
I love their formation.
This is actually the first time I've ever... Well, no it isn't. This is the second time I've ever stacked 4 of a single class. The other time I've done this is with 4 antiquarians. It was purely for money, and it was a very weird
Why?
time.
Why?
For money, I just told you.
Why?
I really needed gold after spending it on upgrading everyone.
Aren't they basically useless?
Foolish horrors.
Other than money, yes,
Driven into the
exactly.
mud.
So I was getting money. That's why I
Even the
sent 4 of them out to
tone
get
seems
money.
bent on preventing passage.
I don't.
Thankfully, I didn't run into the Collector. If I ran into the Collector, then we wouldn't have heard of them ever again. But
Just a club.
the Collector is a boss that can randomly show up. And it's a pain. It's a real fucking pain.
Does he show up anywhere?
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
I don't.
I do.
I thought you played this game.
No.
You haven't played this game?
No.
I genuinely thought you had.
Nope. Wanna play it.
I should have had it. I should have kept it downloaded on the Switch, shouldn't I? What do you mean, nah? You just said you wanted to play it.
PC.
Okay, that's fair. PC does play way easier. You can do all of it in one hand if you really
Ooh,
wanted to.
the Collector is pretty fucking spicy. He has a 3, 4, or 5% chance, depending on your
Yep. And do a certain amount of people need to die before you start spawning?
No. It's how full your inventory is. To spawn, if your inventory is at least 79% full, it carries a puzzling Trapezendron, a gem worth 3,500 gold, or one of the 3 powerful unique trinkets. The Smith's head, Barristan's head, or Junia's head. Its main strength is the ability to create grotesque parodies of highwaymen, men-at-arms, and vestals, referred to as the Collected in this article.
Yep. It is a fun fight, and Dismas's head is a very good item. But yeah, half the time he shows up when you're already really down on your luck, and you're just like, oh, fuck off.
So
I don't want to deal with you right now.
As long as you keep your inventory below 79% full, not gonna show up.
Still, it's kind of difficult not to do that. Right, I don't know what that does, so give me a second.
These
And,
nightmarish
oh,
creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
so there's one more curio, and that's it. So let me just quickly take a look. Sorry, it's going to go quiet real quick. I don't know what this is. Eldritch Altar. So if we use holy water, you purify it.
And
It removes a negative trait. So he originally had deviant tastes. That is no longer the case.
ooh,
He's no longer horny. Also, I took all that food and didn't even fucking use it. That was the first time I had to eat. It was after the
Return
quest
to
was finished.
rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Hey, resolve. Nymphomania, so you get less stress, or you get better stress healing from the brothel. So below 50% health, his health is, or he's acts slower, and he's just stronger against beasts. What did he do this time?
We dug for months, years, an eternity. And we were rewarded with madness.
Hey, Survivalist is now here, and
Home
the
in wild
sanitarium
places.
is open too.
She is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
So who else we got? We got a bounty hunter, yes
The
please,
thrill of
and a
the hunt.
highwayman.
The
And I'll
promise
take
of
her just
payment.
because. Yeah, because you want them at the back, and then you can buff people and stuff. Although, like, look at the name of that move.
nervous stab.
Nah.
Same.
Well, if anything, that has helped us with getting some better, some better Crusaders. What? Oh,
Dark tambourine.
right. No, that's for actually killing the boss there, which we're not gonna do yet. So. I beg you, no. Yeah, it's a level 3 mission, so. And now these areas are open too.
I think you should go straight to the darkest dungeon. No,
I say, do you want me to show you what happens when you go to the darkest dungeon?
no. I don't know. No. No. Don't do it. You just scoff them. Don't embark.
I will show you what happens when you go to the darkest dungeon.
They're gonna die.
Once again, the
They're gonna
stars
die.
are right,
Yep.
and the manor sits
Why?
at the very
You're curious?
epicenter of cosmic unrest.
I'm not that curious. I said
Cultists
no. I can
rally to
Google
their
it.
twisted idols, and great
No.
gongs sound in anticipation of the coming sacrifices.
You literally just
Fall
sent them
below.
to their death.
Life-laden shadows
Oh, I
pulse
feel
to the
bad.
unrelenting rhythm of a beating heart.
You didn't deserve this.
This dungeon is too difficult for me.
The blood of the fallen flows ever downward along these
Yeah,
tight
she already just
spires.
just got
Creature
75
fattens
stress.
itself on your
She's
failures.
gonna have a heart attack. We're crushing its. Pull her out. Pull her out.
Ooh, delightful. Oh. Oh.
Why do you do? Retreat. Retreat.
Yeah. I don't like this. But yeah,
The sin is not in being outmatched.
her resolve is
Failing to
tested,
recognize
and
it.
she's masochistic.
You will endure this loss and learn from it.
And she's now scared of the ruins. That wasn't even where she went. I don't know how she managed that.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools.
But yeah, so what does masochistic do?
All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
Hello? Just not let me do... Wow, look at all those resistances. Just gone. Right, I would really like more heroes barracks, so I'm actually gonna... So I need...
Ooh, I like that folio. And the leper.
Yeah, I'm wanting that leper. Perfect, I can now hire 4 more heroes. So, hello leper,
This man
hello
understands
Harry.
that adversity and existence are one and the same.
Do you want another crusade?
No, I'm full now.
Oh.
So let's sort them by levels. So,
I might go to bed.
level? Or... You can sort them by stress. No, I'm just curious as to why I'm no longer getting my... I don't know, I'll be honest.
I might head to bed.
No worries.
I'm sleepy.
No worries.
But I will watch from the
Take this blanket.
Nope, I don't want that one.
No, take it anyway.
I need my green.
You're going through there. Take it in. Your green one's already through there. I don't want this.
Why'd you bring it?
Hmm?
Why'd you bring it?
No, because I wanted it at the time. Ow. I just fucking rammed my toe into something. That was painful. No, it's not my level. One of these is by level, and it's not fucking showing me. But, okay. So, we do have quite a few new people here now. So, lepers are actually one of my favorites in the game. I don't know, I just really enjoy the way that they play. Let me try this. No? Game is being weird. Yeah, it's not showing me. Nope, that doesn't help. Nope, that doesn't help. Right, hotkeys. So yeah, we got H for that. Yep. Nope, that doesn't help. I don't know what's happened. Give me a second and I will just try and find out. Right, okay. Apparently it's just a thing that can happen, which is kind of weird. Oh, is my bot not working? My bot should be working. I will get it to reset, just to make sure. Damn it. Yeah, my Discord bot's having issues again. Oh, well. Right, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go onto a quick intermission. I'm going to close the game down and open it back up again. Apparently this is an issue that can just happen sometimes, which is a pain. So we're just going to reset it and try and find, I know what the issue was. Also, there are a lot of Steam Workshop items for this game. Lots of mods. You may have noticed that some of the things that I already am using are mods themselves. There are some very interesting ones out there. There's a lot of unique characters and stuff. There's a surprising amount of sexy mods. Yeah, it's really weird that Darkest Dungeon would have that, of all things. I don't know why. Why does Darkest Dungeon have porn mods? I don't know. There's lots of anime character mods. Lots of different skins. It still weirds me out sometimes. Alright, so let's go back in and hopefully everything's all working again. If not, I might just change game. Because I do really enjoy.
I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
Excuse me? So, yeah. Antiquarian mods, I believe I do have, yeah, well, one for the doll from Bloodborne. No? Outfit 10, there we go. One of the mods I have for that is Slav Night Gale, which I'm totally having. Give me Slav Night Gale. Skull, Face Skull. I don't know how I feel about his, like, weird sword, but we'll go with that. Ha! Ha! 2B mod? What? They look a lot better than I was expecting when I first saw them. Wait, one? Well, only one of them gets rid of his beard. But why would you want that? I want his beard. I like his beard. Also, my mass overs are working again. Don't know what happened, but okay. Sort by stress level class. That was it. So focus ring. No. More protect, less crit. I could go for that. That could be useful. Yeah, let's go for the Defender Seal. It's not like a really good item by any stretch of the imagination. Alright, so you do have weird construction. Got Hands from the Abyss. Weakening Curse, Sacrificial Stab. Really? Not skills I want you to have, I'll be honest. So if we go back over to the guild, we'll put Gillian in here. So we're going to have Vulnerability, Hex, and Damon's Pull. And Abyssal Artillery, so it was 3 moves that I didn't want him to have, so we don't need that. We don't need that, although that is a fairly decent move. Those are the ones that I like, though. So we've got the heal. We've got the mark target one, and then we've got a pull, which also clears enemy corpses, which is very good, and Abyssal Artillery, which just sort of attacks the guys at the back anyway, so and that way he's very much at the back lines. We're also going to see about putting you back in our team. I'd like, what do you have? You have Intimidate, Withstand, which is pretty good. Ooh, increase the amount of damage taken. Yeah, I'd like to change over the attacks that you have as well. With Solemnity and here. Just so they're a bit better of a frontline fighter. And then we can have, we don't have a shield breaker or anything, but that would sort of be preferable, but no, not a man at war. We want a bounty hunter. And they have the sort of decent things that I want, because what we could do, we could take him off and put the Houndmaster in instead, as the Houndmaster has actually got, yeah, he's sort of like sticking out at the back. Yeah, target whistle. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do that. I would like target whistle, and we're gonna replace Blackjack with that. Yeah, and we're gonna replace that. So that's Stasis Mayhem. That's just a party. So we've got frontline attacker. So generally with these guys is they're not very accurate, but they do a lot of damage. That's why I like them so much. In fact, in my main playthrough, the one that I'm doing, my leper has rabies, which makes them even less accurate, but do even more damage. And it sounds like it would be terrible. It works surprisingly well. It's weird. Actually, I'm going to go back to that Plague Doctor, and I'm just going to put these on. So it's a little less health. Quite a bit less health. But they're just a bit better at doing what they're doing. So, for example, I know some people didn't get their heads around this at first, which is odd to me, but hey. The Blight chance, that says 100% base. Oh, it should always hit then, right? No, basic maths. Every enemy in the game has a resistance to debuffs. So it's literally that 100 base, take away 70 in this case. So you have a 30% chance of inflicting that affliction. I know some people didn't get that at some point, and I don't know how, but yeah. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We're going to go here and do a lot of room battles. So that's what's really nice is the Houndmaster has specifically dog treats that he can actually use to help him and his dog out, which is really nice. We're going to take one of those. Let's take one of those, 2 of those. Let's head out. I know that's being a bit too prepared, but I'd like to, obviously, if I do come across any curios, they might save my ass. So I like to be prepared for the ones that I know and the ones that I
must be
like.
driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Fuck's sake. Of course. Can't just go straight ahead, as behind us we have a room battle we need to do. So we're about to get into a fight here, and we can see how this party's going. So this would normally be what would be called a mark party. So for example, I want him dead, so I'm going to mark him. Nice. Gwen sign. That's cool. We're also going... I don't know. Actually, we're going to pull him. Because he's marked. That bounty hunter needs to be up close and personal to actually deal the damage that he needs to. Yeah, with collect bounty, which does... as you can see there, plus 90% versus marked targets, and then plus 15% versus human targets. So it is very good for doing this.
Obliterated.
Which feels amazing.
Exposed to a killing blow.
That, however, doesn't feel amazing. That feels like big yikes. It's a Hound's Harry, so now he's bleeding. When he has his turn, he'll die. And that's an example of weird construction going wrong. We'll just mark him. Although that does make him faster for next turn, so I don't know if that's actually going to bite me in the ass if it makes him act first. Yes, it will. Boom. That'll just knock him out. So we can do more weird... yeah, we'll do that. Not much damage. We'll do bleed.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Simility is very nice.
Press this advantage.
And the dog also does extra damage against marked targets, by the way. I need to learn to bring some extra stuff with me. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Because I'm not 100% used to this game yet. I have a second... Like, I've got something up that helps me with all of that. Because I don't want to be a absolute dingus and just get fucked by every curio I come across, because I don't do them right. Attempting gobble is a pain in the arse. I want him down, actually. Of course, those guys deal bleed as well. Thankfully, that resisted it. I'm gonna do that. Perfect. Stressful incantation. Just stress damage. Not just stress damage, but you know, it does stress damage.
Executed with impunity.
Obliterated. Nice. I kind of needed the corpses to bleed so they would, like, go away faster, but... Not like a massive deal. Oh, jeez. That's a pain, though. If it worked. So what's nice about the pull, by the way, is it marks the target as well, which is very good for getting For example, if you have multiple... Okay. If you have multiple bounty hunters, they can work off each other, which is quite nice.
But never hidden. Back to the pit.
Perfect. So yeah, I don't know everything in this game. I'm not the greatest, so obviously I don't know exactly percent chances for everything. We'll pull her, because then he can get in and do
Formation is
that.
broken. Maintain the offensive.
So that is apparently the only battle room in this entire dungeon right now. So I could just leave, but I'm not going to. So I'm still going to explore the place because I've still got a lot of my resources, and it's better to use them up just so we can... actually, I have to do the Houndmaster because he's got more health. So we've got the Decorative Urn. Now, this is one of the reasons why I brought Holy Water. Valuables. Ooh, including rubies. Nice.
Finding the
Stashed
stuff is only the
heirlooms.
first test. Now it must be carried home.
Obstacles. That's why we brought the
Even
shovel.
the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Oh, I thought eating made him stressed there. I was like, what the fuck happened there? Oh, me leg. Just sitting in a particular way the entire time.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Cool, we'll just use that, I guess. Bag's already been looted. Or just been left empty. Make the most sense to me. This place is very quiet. Shouldn't have opened my mouth. Of course they're going to go for the Houndmaster now, aren't they? Right, okay, so if I hit, it will hurt a lot.
Another
Perfect.
abomination cleansed from our lands.
Only 2. That's overall a worse heal. Oh, yikes, okay. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that real quick. We're gonna loot that and then leave.
These nightmares
So they don't get affected
can be felled.
by
They
that stuff.
can be beaten.
That's a lot of gold right there. That was a
Bones
decent
return to rest.
early game run.
Devils remanded to their abyss.
So you will now only gamble. Early Riser, nice, and Nymphomania. That's 2 of my characters now have Nymphomania.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
That's right. I haven't even looked at. Good evening, hello Hitana. How you doing today? I know we're playing a very different game to what we were playing last time. Yeah, we've only got 1. I think we're gonna go for skin 11. That's nice. Ooh, a grave robber. She would be interesting to have. I don't really have anyone I would want to get rid of. You, maybe?
Another soul battered and broken. cast aside like a spent torch.
That's just sad. Not great. The realization I don't have a support bubble to help me cope with the pandemic has been pretty crushing to me, making me feel even more isolated and alone than ever. Well, we're here. As cheesy as that is, and I know obviously having people online might not feel as good as obviously having people you can go and see. So, but honestly, if you need people to talk to, I am more than willing to help people out, because a lot of people that I know that have been in this stream have been there. Yeah, in fact, I even did a stream like last month, a charity stream against loneliness. It was for the British Red Cross. So, no, obviously, I do understand that, and if there is any way that I can help, I would love to. Also, Sean, that looks very silly. I love it. Don't want to ruin the moment, though. Right, so my leprechauns. No, let's go. Them. We can increase Hans Harry, which increases. Thanks, it's just upsetting that we won't be able to do more cosplay stuff as a result, not until the pandemic has come to an end. I haven't done cosplay in ages, but I used to. But, yeah, it's difficult to cosplay during a lockdown, you know? Oh, let's go back to him. And we can actually... Jesus Christ. Kind of want to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade that. We'll upgrade that because just having a heal is always really fucking useful. Oh, I would love that. The only thing is less healing. That's a lot of dodge. Okay, let's build a set for this. Let's have a look. I need to remember you're a plague doctor now, because I'm gonna end up forgetting. How much stress did you receive through that last one? You didn't receive much at all, so I think I'm actually going to keep... Yeah, I'm going to keep them there. And then we'll take, let's say, her. I'll change around her skills. But I'll take her and possibly... Face Skull, do you feel up to it? Let's unequip this. If we do so, we'll put that on. So Face Skull, you've got, yep, second, all over. Perfect. And you've got Zealous Speech, Unshakable Leader, that. I'll need to change her skills around because I don't really want her with If It Bleeds. Or, funny enough, Breakthrough. I don't know if I'll have her with Breakthrough. I think I'm going to change that over for something like Iron Swan. So yeah, I'm going to actually swap those out for Iron Swan and Barbaric Yawp. I don't fucking know how that's pronounced. But yeah. Now, the only thing that I can think of at the moment is the fact that none of them... Alright, you can have Zealous Vigil, but I'd rather someone else had that. That's the thing. Let's go here, and I want you to learn Unspeakable Commune. Anywho, you're off to watch some more Sabrina. Eat cake, so I'll watch you later, broski. No worries, Sean. Have a lovely one, man. Okay? Can't wait for all this to be over and we can actually meet up again. I miss you guys so much. Genuinely. Alright, so we've got Osmotes, Overrun Iron Swan, and Barbaric Yop. We'll take those off and put those on. I could even see about going to a different area. I'm not 100% sure though, just because the other areas can be a little... I know the ruins. That's the thing, is I know the ruins and how they work. So let's go. Alright, we're going to want to stack a lot of food for this, so I'm actually going to take 16. We'll want a skeleton key. And about 12 torches. We'll take a shovel. So that's actually us used all of our money. So, sorry if you see me fiddling around, like looking down and fiddling around. I'm actually playing with my ring. Just during loading screens and stuff, so I don't need to sit there on my phone.
And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Than the seat of our noble line. So let's go this way. So the main task here is to complete 100% of room battles. So, no journal entry. Hey.
Waiting to be spent.
So with this will have loot in the bottom of it. So,
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
So, Hitana, have you played this game before? Out of curiosity. Right, so let's use some plague grenades in the back. Get them sorted first. Of course, those two are the ones that act first. I hate them. I think first off, let's start hacking away at these guys. Fuck yes. You have not? No, the only really thing I know for certain is something really evil the final boss does. Just to keep my mouth shut on that. I know what it does, don't worry. Yeah, I know this game's tricks and turns and everything like that. We're actually going to pull them to the front. And let's just smite the bastard. Or attempt to, apparently. Oh, now you're doing an Eldritch pull. Yeah, I was about to say bayonet jab. It's only in the first place and it makes him go back one. I know that one fair enough. So you got 4 hit points. You guys are dead. So I just need to do... And that'll give him 5 points of blight. And then you can use... We're going to use that to stun him, hopefully. Yep, perfect. So he still takes the blight. It's your turn for that. We're going to have you heal for a second.
The slow death.
Unforeseen.
Unforgiving.
Oh, buddy.
Cuts on its own.
Oh, buddy, I am so sorry. You are so dead. Blight stacks. And I don't know why.
A momentary abatement.
That never computes in my mind. Because I'm like, oh, well... Blight does... Blight's just stronger than Blade, but it doesn't stack. Because that would make more sense to me, but... No, it does. So we don't have more holy water. Okay. Funny enough, you can also smash those with shovels, and you gain a guilty conscience. It's not a very good thing to do. So let us do that. Don't like bone arbalists, they're pain. I'm actually gonna do that. I mean, I only get a certain amount of them per round. I might as well use them, you know. And then
Confidence surges as
I'd rather he was dead, so it's fine by me. We'll have you throw Plague Grenade out back. We'll have you cast a Vulnerability Hex on them.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I like how even the bodies remained marked. I don't know, there's just so funny about that. Okay, I actually, at the moment, really like this party comp. This party comp is going way better than I was expecting.
Another one falls.
Ooh.
A trifling
So do you want me to go through how this game works for yourself, Hitana, if you like? Yeah, you've caught my streams before. You know I like to blab for fucking ever. Surprise! Alright. Well, first off, I think, because that Bone Defender is going to be a pain in the arse, let's get him plagued so he'll stay out of the way. Yeah, you would like to know more about the game just in case? No, that's totally fine. So, as you might know, this game is very much about sort of character, like different classes working together to try and beat missions. As you beat, you gain level ups, and then you can get better gear. Like, you pay for them to have better gear. You can unlock accessories, or you don't unlock, you find accessories that will help them out. Such as, for example, I've got the Defender Seal. So they normally have positives and negatives. So a lot of them work like that. So you can sort of try and build particular characters in particular ways. As you're going on, you will have positive and negative quirks. So for example, Face Skull here, Sean named him. So he gets less stress damage in the Cove, and he has increased resistance to Blight. Pretty good. Not particularly useful here. In fact, not useful at all here, but still. But he also has Faithless and Satanophobia. So he takes more stress damage from unholy enemies. So things like undead, things like that. And he will not pray or flagellate in the town to relieve stress. So the way that whole works, because obviously that's a different kettle of fish, you may notice, obviously, there's 2 health bars under our characters instead of just 1. Whilst there isn't for enemies, because enemies don't care. They're dicks. So, that is your health and your stress. So, generally, kind of weird that a Crusader is more vulnerable to Unholy, given how they're usually portrayed. Makes it more interesting, though. That's just for that character. That is just for Face Skull. I haven't got a single other character that has this exact set of stuff. So every time, even when you're going through it, they will actually get more quirks. They would either get more negative or positive. So you'll notice here, she doesn't have a little symbol next to her name, or next to her negative quirks, whilst he does. That means those are severe quirks. So they can't be removed normally. So normally you would, if you have certain curios can give positive or negative quirks. I've found one which actually removes a negative quirk, which is interesting. I don't believe if it's a severe one that it can get rid of it. You'd have to put them into the sanitarium and pay for special treatment for that to be removed whilst you're away on a quest. It doesn't make the thing any worse, by the way, which is interesting. So just because it's severe doesn't mean it's worse. So for an example there, that's a curio. So as you're going around, all these little blue things are curios. They could be positive or negative things that are random. This game is all about randomness. So for example, I could read that, gain a positive quirk. I could read that and it does nothing. I could read that and I get stressed. I could read that and gain a negative quirk. So there's like lots of different things that can happen with each individual one. So yeah, the way that stress works is, I say stress is the real health bar, because a lot of the time you can deal with your health. And your health isn't going to be that big of an issue. It will, don't worry, but still. Yeah, so the way that stress works is, over time, your characters will become stressed. It is inevitable. So, for example, Face Skull here is stressed. He just gained a bunch of stress from reading that book. So once that stress meter fills up, which is 100, he then rolls, like, you essentially roll the dice and you get either an affliction or a virtue. It's normally afflictions though, which is bad. Afflictions are very bad. So afflictions are negative, like very big negative effects for reaching a bad, obviously a certain amount of stress. It's not things like paranoia, insane, things like that. It's just all in all bad. Whilst virtues can be things like they gain way more damage until the end of the mission. If the meter then fills up again, because you'll notice that it's actually stress out 200, not just 100. If it reaches 200, the character has a heart attack and dies right there on the spot. Or they go down to Death's Door. And Death's Door is a mechanic where you are either, when you're on 0 hit points, if you take a hit, you have a random chance of dying or living. Unless you get healed. Which, if you take any more damage, you'll go back down to Death's Door. That all makes sense? I feel like I blathered on about too many different subjects there. Did you get everything there, just to make sure?
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Perfect. I like sorting out my inventory. Yeah, it makes sense. Been playing games for a long time. You can pick on stuff fairly quickly. It's good. Good. Hey.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
So, you may notice that obviously I'm picking up quite a lot of different things here. So, we have utility items, I'm going to call them. They're actually called provisions. So provisions are items that you use whilst you're out in dungeons. There are your valuables and then your heirlooms. So valuables give you gold, depending on what it is. Obviously, gold, you get jade crystals or jade gems that cost a certain amount, emeralds for another, things like that. So that's your sort of currency for specifically for upgrading characters. upgrading their gear, upgrading their skills, things like that. You need to pay for them to obviously use the services to de-stress themselves before they go into the dungeon again. And heirlooms are actually used for building or making upgrades to
A
buildings.
spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Also, yeah, I like the camping. This is a long, medium-sized mission, so that's why we're doing this. So let's go with Zealous Speech, which is a fun one. And I should have done that after doing Unspeakable Commune, but oh well. So this is the thing that comes up sometimes. So we've decided to settle down for the night and relaxed. So this allows us to more crit. Hell yeah! Allows us to apply certain skills. You can heal, things like that. It's very good for sort of it's a checkpoint essentially. You're placing down. You won't go back to it if you die. You still lose everyone, but they just take a moment and rest, like taking a short rest in D&D. It's a good way of thinking of this as a grimdark D&D campaign.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Right. So we can either... I'm going to ignore that for now, actually. I don't really need that. You can either use medicinal herbs on there to clean it, and you get supplies off of it. Or you can use a torch to set it on fire and gain loads more light than you would with a regular torch. So, for example, if I got ambushed during that nighttime, you don't have any torch, because obviously it's the middle of the night. The campfires went out. Pitch black. I'll go into what that all means later on. Yeah, fuck it. I'll do that. We'll do Wicked Hack on
Executed with impunity.
that. Okay. We'll do a Vulnerability Hex on that thing. And then... Okay, good. I don't like maggots. They can inflict diseases. Diseases are something completely different to your normal negative, like blights and stuff like that. Blight and bleed. So, the light system, I feel like I should go on now for people. Understood. I'm sorry if you don't respond right away. You're currently in the middle of writing a story piece. You have a friend who wants to use it as a reference for backdrop to use as your VTuber podcast. No, that's really cool. Go for it, man. Look, you don't need to apologize about anything. I know someone's listening to what I'm saying, and so I will carry on talking. So, the light system. Light system, this is a very iconic looking thing. Obviously, you would have seen. Adrenaline rush, actually. Yeah, we'll do that as well. So, the light system. As you're traveling around... Oh my god. Oh, that is nasty. Okay, good. Sorry, our healer got crit. Or one of our healers got crit. Good. They'll both die on their next turns. You travel back. So the light system. As you're traveling around, your light will go down over time. And you can use a torch to obviously light it back up. And you can see again. So each level does different things. So for example, having full brightness will make it so your enemies can, or your allies, all of your team, can actually dodge better. They can also, you have a higher chance of scouting areas, so when you're traveling around, occasionally your minimap will ping, and it will show everything along the way to where you're going. which is really good. Obviously very useful for seeing traps up ahead, getting ready for fights, any curios on the way, things like that.
Another abomination.
Holy shit,
cleansed
girl.
from our lands.
I love Hellions, damn.
This expedition at least promises success.
We're still traveling, still got more fights. Cool. And it also makes it so monsters are surprised more often. So when you get into combat, they'll go, oh shit, adventurers, like that. I don't know how they didn't see the light happening, but hey, I'm not going to complain. And there is actually an advantage to having low to having low light as well. So having low light makes it so your enemies deal more damage, they crit easier, they dodge more, you have a higher chance of being surprised, but you also get more loot. So you get better loot as well. So it's sort of a trade-off on that. So it's sort of, do you want to, do you not? Will it be worth it?
Death waits for the slightest lapse.
Normally what I like doing is just before the final fight, yeah, it's risk versus reward.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Both of the Arbalists just crit there in a row. Fuck that noise.
Well struck.
You guys are both dead this turn. Also, when you get crit, you also take stress damage, or everyone takes stress damage. Whilst when you crit, you heal stress damage. Perfect. And resist the bleed. Perfect. Well, that's all. Pretty much everyone we needed to worry about. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort of wait a little bit and heal up. Some of these, because we've taken a decent amount of damage all in all. So, that should be both the Arbalists down there, or that is both of them now. I'll be back in a second. You go! I was about to say girl, but it's a boy. Oh, give me my phone.
Seize this
Sorry.
momentum.
Sorry.
Push on to the task's end.
I don't like that giant bit of wood on the floor. Hold on. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. I dropped something on the floor. I also found a spring. So, the other day, I accidentally broke the spacebar on my keyboard. It still works. But yeah, another chunk of it came off yesterday, I think it was. So, whoops. Do I have the things for an Iron Maiden? I don't know if I do or not. No, I do not. You need the medicinal herbs, which I don't, and I'm not going to risk it. Right, okay. This could be our last... Yeah, our last set of enemies. Could be. We don't know. Right, I'm still going to set... or I'm still going to have our healer heal. Our occultist heal. But I am going to stun them. Because fuck them. Yay! Yay! Healing for 1 hit point. Love it. And I'm gonna start working on him. He's not... like, he's not very threatening in himself, but him just sort of being there as a wall for everyone else is quite bad. He does also have a pushback move, which is a pain in the arse. He has a bleed move. Perfect. There we go. Good amount of healing. What's nice about the Hellions adrenaline ability as well, not apart from obviously it increasing your damage, it also increases or heals you of bleed and blight, which is interesting. You guys are dead. Cool. And then I'll heal him to get rid of his bleed. Perfect. And then you'll do the weird healing on her. Perfect. And yeah, there's that crit thing went away. Fuck it, just kill him. Yeah. Suit of armor. Do I actually have anything with the suit of armor? No.
Slow and insidious killer.
Hey, perfect. Try it. Extra dodge of protection. That's really nice, actually. Damn. Oh. Wait. Oh. That's sad, but oh well. So we've actually came across a secret door, so you can only find these by scouting. And they show up very rarely, but they do normally lead to lots and lots of treasure. So you do need to actually sad. Give me a second. This, yeah, you specifically need a key for it, but you can still open it.
Handsome reward.
But yeah, you don't get the full amount that you normally would. Like sometimes you can find like rubies and stuff in there. But no, perfect. So I would say that went incredibly well, getting 11k in gold. 12 crests is nice too. Crests I think are the most common though. Oh, okay. Some interesting developments there. Our occultist is obsessed with cleaning.
The town is alive with wild merriment and desperate jubilation.
Hey, perfect.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Right. So everywhere is currently free for resolving now. Which is perfect. So fuck it. You go drinking. You can go gambling, I guess. Life is a gamble after all. Oh, right. You are a gambler. Hold on. Alright, perfect. We'll go back to the church and you can, I don't know, penance yourself because you're stressed. Face Skull's doing pretty well. Honestly, everyone's doing really well for stress and stuff. Gotta make sure those altars are, to whatever deity are nice and pristine, right? They're old gods. The occultists worship the old gods. Or, not worship them, but yeah, they're involved with them. Which is kind of ironic considering the game, but hey. Right. No, so you got your gear. Did you get your gear? No. I want to make sure of something. I'm going to Google it so we get to have this nice sort of calming music in the background. Because I'm interested if does weapon upgrades affect healing in Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, I thought so. So it does. The speed gain is always nice. Funny enough, that doesn't actually affect that, but it does also affect their bleeding, or their crits, which obviously if you crit, it's good. So let's send Skull to go transept, I guess. Pray to a higher power. Some items in there, kind of shit. Who the fuck sells snake oil for 7,500? Go over here. Don't really need anything from there. But that is killing the Necromancer's Apprentice, which is going to be rather tough. But honestly, considering how that last one went, I think I'm gonna do it. So it's the Necromancer's Apprentice. That means it's the first version of the Necromancer. There are 3 versions of them, I believe, 3 tiers of bosses. So you've got 10 dodge, you've got 5, and you've got 23. So that's good. I think what we want, because you've got a low amount of health, I'm going to put the camouflage cloak on you, because we want to keep the lights up. Don't need anything from there. What I'm going to do as well, we got quite a bit of money. So let's upgrade some of these. That increases the damage more, which is good. Increases accuracy. Hopefully wouldn't need that. Might though. It's been a very long time since I've actually done the fight. So I can't remember whether it summons a bunch of monsters and then hides at the back. It probably will do that, so I may upgrade Iron Swan. I'm going to take Zealous Accusation. We're going to do that because I'm going to be fighting a lot of Unholy. We'll do that. It does help your health. I'm going to go over here. Weird Healing is really the one thing that I want from this. That said, more pull... No. 1 to 2, might as well do that. And will this increase the amount of damage Blight does? No, but it does increase the percentage chance of it doing it, so I'm going to upgrade those as well. I'm going to go to the smithy and make sure everyone has... I'm just going to give them all the best gear that they can have at the moment. So one reason why... Oh, Knight's Crest is really good, though. And I was about to say, one reason why I really want the Guardian's Arm Shield is because it changes the way that most people would use a Man at War, which are the ones with the shields, like the shields and the mace, or in this case, a shield and the sword for that particular skin. So normally you would have them at the front blocking and riposting. They do shield bashes if they guard, with Retribution, activates riposte. So they mark themselves, and then people start attacking them, and then they start dealing damage to everyone who hits them. So they're quite good for tanking like that. But with that particular shield, with the Guardian Shield, you actually want them at the back. So you would have them at the back guarding, like protecting people, not riposting, but just guarding them, and giving buffs out to everyone. So I would like that Guardian Shield. Gotta hydrate. Thank you. I'm gonna need some more water at some point. Also, there is also the Knight's Crest would be really good because just having 10% more health is good. But we'll find that at different times. So this is going to be a big fight. So let's take a lot of resources. So we're going to take one of them. We're going to take all that. Now this is over preparedness. Yeah, let's go.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat?
So, yes, your ancestor
The devil
tried
walks
practicing
these halls.
necromancy.
Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
Yeah.
A handsome reward
For
for
a
a task well
performed.
performed.
So there's no, like, specific boss room. Ooh, secret door. Secret tunnel. Curio, treasure, treasure. I always carry a key in the ruins.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Right, so that gave me a puzzling trapezohedron. I completely butchered the pronunciation of that. So that is a 5,000 gold worth gem and a very rare head. So what's funny is the item is Dismas's head. Dismas is a character you always have. You always have Dismas in your party, unless he dies. But he's always at the start of the game. He's the highwayman that you get at the start of the game. And so you would get his head from the Collector, who is a boss that can randomly spawn, which is so annoying, depending on how full your inventory is and what difficulty you're playing on. And he has a chance of dropping this item. So I'm actually going to do something silly and put it on her. Because look at that life going from 7 to 14 to 9 to 18. So that is a sizable chunk in damage increase. Why did I word that so weirdly? Everyone's already hungry. Nice to know you guys ate before you came out. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that. Cool. I missed it. I'm not going back for it. Room bound with treasure. Right, we're gonna head down because preferably we'd like to know where the boss is, so we can rest up and prepare before we go in. But you don't know without scouting, so. Oh, wait. There was 2 of those puzzling trapezohedrons, so we're actually carrying 10k in gold right now, which is pretty nice. Alright, so let's do that. So that's solid 2 damage with 5 damage tacked on. So it won't die, but it's certainly not gonna do well. Yeah, we'll pull him so both of them are together then. Also clears the corpses, so that's good. And bonk.
Executed with impunity.
Bonk in the night. Perfect.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yay! Right, so we can use a key to get in here, or I'm gonna try shovel. Nice. Where can it go? I like keeping my light topped up. I know some people do like playing with low light, so obviously they can
The
get
light,
all of that
the promise
bonus.
of safety.
There he is, Necromancer's Apprentice.
Towering, fierce, terrible, nightmare-made material.
Right, so what we could do is we're going to start stacking Blight. Because I can do that very quickly. You are going to buff yourself, because that'll be for 4 rounds. If you work on just keeping the dead down,
From our lands.
that would be perfect. Yeah, more the Clawing Dead. So we can stack that on. Yeah, fuck 'em up, Heather. We're gonna start doing weird reconstruction. Perfect.
Another
You work
one
on keeping the
falls.
dead down. 6 feet under, right. So that's just a lot of stress, okay. Right, so... Perfect, large chunks of damage.
Be gone, fiend.
Be gone, thought. Need reconstruction on her. Perfect. More of the Clawing Dead. You know what? I prefer that over the other one. Poison her more. Him. Them. Them. 8. It's a Necromancer. It shouldn't have.
Press this advantage.
Shouldn't care. It could be whatever it wants. Good. That was a large chunk. Should be dead next turn. Oh, the Flasher's willing. Which I believe is a reference to later on.
With no living
And we're
sinew
done.
to actuate them, will these walking bones finally fail?
So that went incredibly well. And so we are going to camp. And we're going to loot the rest of this
Circling
place.
in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
The battle has already been won. So let's go here. Let's first off do Unspeakable Commune. Just so everyone's chill. Like we won't get our asses kicked in the night. Why does that cause her to be... Oh, no, it's less stress. Yeah. No, let's have a party. And everyone is less accurate and is less speed. Okay. I feel very good at what we've accomplished here today. With this particular quest. Yeah, I could ruin everything by going back, to be honest. This could end up going really badly if I just end up going somewhere and we get ambushed by the Collector, we get attacked by something like really bad. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna loot the entire place. I think we're gonna go loot maybe this room and just go, because we also just ran out of food, and that can always end poorly. So.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
So yeah, we actually got combat in here. Against the brigands, okay. Gotta admit, not who I was expecting. Yeah, that move's a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright, everyone's still got a hangover from last night, so they are going to be less accurate, and I'm just waiting for it.
Annihilated.
Spicy.
Well struck.
Holy shit, okay.
Masterfully executed.
Damn. Okay.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Point blank shot. Ow. Oh. I was supposed to say, ow, that move hurts, and it did jack shit.
Beast, the greater the glory.
Hey.
Finding the stuff
Perfect.
is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Nice. Ooh, so you're compulsive. Okay. Wheel of Adventure, Wheeled Scrounger, Ruins Explorer. That's good. And Resilient. Ruins Explorers. Like, the Explorer skills in general, in my opinion, are great, because scouting
Let
is
the organ
fantastic.
notes ring out from the abbey. The sisters are gathering.
Oh, you can actually check them out before you hire them. That's pretty good. She just suffers less stress than everyone else. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we've actually defeated the apprentice one, so that's nice. Did Skullface really just... Skullface, where are you? He got too drunk. That's what happened to him. Yeah. I thought I had a skill on for them, but guess not. Oh, that's nice. Arbalists work well in a build, or a team build, specifically called, I think it's the Marking Party. So that's things like not a man-at-arms, but like an arbalist bounty hunter. Yeah. Yeah. It's good shit. Good shit. So while I didn't get a lot of, obviously, heirlooms, I did get a bit of money out of that. And I'm very happy to award you a shield. So I'm actually going to go here with him, and we're going to pick up yeah, command's good, bolster is good as well. So we're going to pick up defender and bellow, so that way we can take those two skills off and then put them on. So apparently they can outfit anywhere, which is false. You want him at the back. Yeah, in fact, it'd be quite good to actually take them out. So the Sonorous Prophet is actually here as well. Okay. That's a really fucking good accessory. Holy shit. That's really nice too. But yeah, I think we're gonna go to a different area. Just for the moment. So let's go to the cove. I need to remember what's good in the cove. Like, well, what do you want in the cove? Hey, we got Cove Explorer, Cove Adventure. You're really good in the Weald. So I know here I want a lot of shovels. Shovels are used to break through a lot of things. Give me a quick second. I'm just going to quickly look up Darkest Dungeon Cove. What to bring? Nice, that's just a good thing. Oh, okay. The second to last dungeon. What? Depending on the parry's health and stress level, partly low in health. Yep. Oh, provisions, medicinal herbs, extremely useful to debuff traps and attacks, as well as curios such as eerie coral, which is used to heal negative quirks. Bring extra shovels for chests and oysters. Bandages are useful for occasional bleed attacks from Urka Crushers, which have arterial pinch. Holy water is also useful for fish idols. If you have a Houndmaster on your team, you can use dog treats on oysters for a dodge buff. That's interesting. So yes, that's specifically what I was looking for, was the party composition. It's saying to bring blight, not bleed, because well, bleed's not very useful in the first place, but blight, because there's lots of high protection creatures here. So I'm gonna bring 10, just to sort of help out with that. We're gonna bring 3 shovels, 3 medicinal herbs. We already have 1 holy water. Don't need any of those. I'll bring 4 of those. And for like the bleed attacks, we can either just sit them out, or I do have the Plague Doctor who can patch them up, so that'll be easy enough. So obviously we've only been in the ruins, which has skeletons and brigands, essentially. That's like the 2 things that you will encounter there. In the cove, it's more eldritch.
These salt-soaked caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out.
I don't even know what pelagic means, but yes, sir. You're an idiot. So, compulsive, okay. 80, 70, 80. She's already bleeding, so I don't know if I want her to go there. Oh, that is a nasty bleed, okay. And now we have a fight. Out of everything that we could have met here, brigands. I was expecting to show off some new monsters, but nope, sorry. You got guys. Okay, a couple of guys being dudes. Guys being dudes, couple of dudes being gay, couple of guys sucking dicks. Come here, Gary. Yay, bleed.
Death by inches.
Cool, and he's dead. I should have healed the blade, but oh well. Bonk.
A victory. Perhaps
It's
a
a
turning
turning
point.
Yeah, I had some torches. Cool. Scouting a little further. Yeah. So here we go. Deep stingers. And then groupers. So I'm actually not sure what to do about a lot of these. They've got really high dodge. It's the fact that they've got... really high dodge. Really? Oh, right, yeah. Of course that gives her a debuff. God, I'm a moron at times. I'm so sorry. Okay. Salty Gouge. That sounds awful. Nice. Ooh. Imagining that'll do paralysis, like stun. Paralysis.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Shocker. Yep, does stun. And grants a debuff, which is bleed resistance. And then they attack and inflict bleed? No. Or you know. Well, they're dead next turn. So, focus on the him, I guess. Focus on the him. See what Slash do?
Slowly. Gently.
This is how life is taken. Hey, decent heal.
Destroyed. This expedition at least promises success.
Right. Sorry, just having another wee look at this. So we're in the cove, so this would be classified as a fish carcass. Who would have guessed? Which we use medicinal herbs on, and it allows us to search for extra stuff. Lovely jubbly. So this is Eerie Coral, sorry, so you do the same thing on it, which has healing qualities. Fear of Eldritch gone. Perfect. That's good in this place. Although, I still don't like, you know, being compulsive, but hey. Sack's empty, and we got a fight. Drowned Thrall, which is going to be a big wall of flesh, I imagine. And they even have a shaman. Okay. So let's start off with plaguing that dude. Because I want him gone. I don't want stress happening in my party. Yes, they're Eldritch and Unholy. So I'm actually going to kill him. I was just going to say damage him, but no, that works. Then we're going to use Demon's Pull on them. No, okay. If we... Or not, okay. Yeah, we can do that too, I guess.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Give you a good heal. Perfect. Getting a lot of crusts, which is good.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Driven into the mud. Okay, sweet. The artwork in this game is very pretty as well. Gross, but pretty. We got 80, 80, 80. Hey,
Glittering
more gold.
trinkets
and
and
baubles.
paid for in blood.
Right. So another scout. Okay. Will that let us see to the end? No. How well? Hey. Ooh, sea maggots. Gross. Holy shit, they are fast. There we go, perfect. So that's one slug down. Yeah, monsters with high protection. So then we're just gonna chop him down to size.
Continually onslaught.
Slot. Destroy them all. Hey.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
So yeah, these things have 75% protection. So they take fuck all damage, but they also have fuck all health. And you know, that can just kill them.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, perfect. So yeah, we're doing pretty well. Another fight with a bunch of cultists and a fishman. Well, we're going to start off by plaguing the two at the back. And then we're going to slap them around. Perfect. And then we'll stun him, just to make it a bit easier for obviously this. What's nice as well is that the fact that he can't do anything. Obviously, he got pushed back, so now he's going to do a stumbling scratch at the start now. He's going to do it right for the old gods now.
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
No, if we do that, we're done. They're going to have their turns, and they die.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I'm just going to do that, and then Face Skull will have his turn. And then he will heal her. She has less health, so she's a bit more squeaky. A bit squishier would be what the actual term is. Perfect. More
Seize
rubies,
this
which is
momentum.
nice.
Push on to the task's end.
Hunger, this is why I took so much food. I took way too much food. I didn't realize this wasn't even a fucking long one. I thought it was a medium-sized thing, not just a small. Whoops. Start this off like normal by plaguing the back two. You will
Decimated.
annihilate last line, stun him. And then you'll slap them around. He's still gonna live, but he's not gonna live the next one. Which means I don't need to worry about pulling him. And instead what I can do this turn is plague him. I just slap him. Do a vulnerability hex on him too. Just fuck it, why not? Makes him take more damage. And then smite him. Or attempt to smite him.
Their accursed champion falls.
Don't know if I'd ever call him a champion.
These creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Secret compartment. Yeah. More artifacts, always good. Heirlooms, whatever. Fight the shaman, 2 brawlers, cool. Well, not cool, but yeah. Easy enough dealt with, hopefully.
Ringing ears, blurred vision.
The end approaches. Not really worth it. Just one more attack. Should have attacked the other one, because if I crit, wouldn't need to worry about it, but hey. We'll actually pull the shaman. If that works, then he's just going to need to do a stumbling scratch. He's dead next turn, so slap him around. You do Noxious Blast on him, so he's now dead. He acts. So then you then get your turn. So let's heal her up.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Really? Okay. I was expecting my cultist's turn first, but I guess not. I'll do that, and he's dead. How many are good heals, man? Right.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Thank you. And what's nice about that, instead of fucking...
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Yeah, what's good about that, instead of Kleptomania, is that when they open them, they don't steal everything that's inside. Yeah, if we do that, then lowers their dodge. Perfect.
Be gone, fiend.
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that, because these guys... Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with them that much. Oof. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna, after this dungeon, which we're just about to finish, I think I'm actually gonna leave it there. So, I know it's not been like a super long stream or anything like that. I normally do way longer streams, but I hope you guys enjoyed, obviously, me playing this. It's just something that I've been, I don't know, thinking about recently. I downloaded it on Switch, and then played it for a little bit and went, Jesus Christ, the controls are terrible. And then I decided to download the PC version instead, and here I am.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Okay. I mean, they're dead, so I'm literally just using the last few turns to sort of ready up, you know? Fuck.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is
The slow and insidious killer. So yeah, we're just gonna crack this bad boy open with a shovel. Which gave me some extra
is
gold.
only the first test. Now it must be carried home. The pungent odor abates.
44
The
crests.
things are driven back.
44 crests, 1 portrait, and 8 deeds. And about 10k, or over 10k in loot, actually. So, oh, you're fucking kidding me. Okay. sadly, it looks like I won't be able to use this party for the next run anyway, which...
A finely crafted instrument of butchery and bloodshed. Yours
Ooh.
for the taking.
Someone can get a free weapon. No, you've already got yours. No, you can't. Annoying. Yeah, sure. So yes, as I said, that will be me for today. Although don't leave. What we're going to be doing, we're going to do raid someone, see who's up and running. Probably quite a few people, knowing my list of people that I follow. There is a ridiculous amount of people who will probably be on. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Right, so we've got... let's do... Wizard Whistle. So Wizard Whistle is someone who I've actually been following for about 3 years. 2 years, sorry. Almost 3 years now. And it's been ages since I've been to one of their streams, sadly, because I haven't really had much of a chance to watch streams. Get chances to do streams, but not watch streams. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go and raid them. They're currently playing Escape from Tarkov, which I'm not 100% familiar with myself. So it's gonna be quite interesting, obviously, to do that. Because I've been interested in the game, I'm just too much of a shit. Like, I'm too scared to do it, essentially. So yeah, we're gonna go raid them. And have some fun, alright? And we'll see you, if not tomorrow, the next day. So, see yous.